Hello everybody and welcome to another Channel 8 sports presentation this afternoon from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. It is girls basketball as the East Brunswick Lady Bears host Bishop Barr in a Greater Middlesex Conference game. Hi, I'm Jimmy Allinder and I'm going to be bringing you the action this afternoon. A little later on we're going to be joined by East Brunswick High School Athletic Director Frank Noppenberger, but just to give you a quick go down on what we can expect this afternoon, East Brunswick enters this game with a 10-2 record. Coached by Reggie Carney. Bishop Barr is 6-4 at this point, but they have a modest 2-game winning streak, and they have a quality player in Michelle Lanigan. And in Reggie Carney's words, this is going to be a war. So this is going to be an interesting game in a number of respects. East Brunswick, of course, has had a wonderful record. They have beaten a number of good teams, but they have gone up against a couple of teams such as Piscataway and Red Bank Catholic that's given them a charge and a run for their money. So we're going to be coming back to you in a couple of minutes with the action, so you stay tuned. Alrighty, we are back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium where the East Brunswick girls will be meeting the Bishop Barr Trojans. Give you the starting lineups for both teams. For Bishop Barr, Michelle Lanigan, number 24. She's the go-to player. Megan Halpin, number 23. Mary Ewing, number 22. Tony Johnson, 41. And Stacy Singleton, number 40. For East Brunswick, going to be going to a bigger lineup, says Reggie Carney. Jill Kenny, number 21. Megan O'Neill, number 25, just a freshman. Gio Oriole, number 32. Jumping at center, Letitia Papanea, 34, and Celine Hagan, number 51. So we are about ready to go. This is Johnson jumping for Bishop Barr. And we are underway. That is Megan Halpin, and this is Michelle Lanigan. She has great moves. Ball loose. And East Brunswick almost has it, but the ball's thrown away. Bishop Barr will be taking the ball out on the side. We're just underway here. First period, no score. Lanigan in the corner to Halpin. This is Rose Halpin. It's lost. Kicked out to Gio Oriole. Good work into Papanea. Won't go though. And that's Johnson with the rebound. And we have a traveling call. So East Brunswick will inbounds underneath its own basket. Looking to get a good pressure by Bishop Barr, but nonetheless saved. Oriole over to Kenny. Kenny to McBride. That's O'Neill inside to Papanea again. A lot of ball movement here. Oriole. Looks like she took steps, but no. Johnson, nice rebound, and a jump ball is called as Gio Oriole ties it up. And the arrow is East Brunswick's way, so they will maintain possession. Kenny looks to inbound. There's McBride. That was a play that was called, but Lanigan was there. She takes it up herself. Dribbles to the left and shoots. Won't go, and another jump ball between Johnson and Oriole. And this time Bishop Barr will inbounds the ball. About a minute gone by here in the first period. No score yet. Ball moved around. Lanigan in the corner. That's short. McBride. Takes it to the middle. Moves off the rim. Won't go. Both teams appear a little bit tight. Intercepted by Oriole. And in and out. Ball bounded around. Who has it? McBride comes up with it. Gives it to Kenny, and they're going to set up again. Megan O'Neill gives it to Papanea. Open is McBride, and she gets the first 2 points for East Brunswick, and they take a lead of 2-0. Lanigan trying to get cross court. Gets it to Halpin. That's Mary Ewing, number 22, gives it back to Lanigan. Inside to Johnson, goes off her hand, and just could almost save it. Ball's loose now. Halpin. Bishop Bar is not deep. There's a long shot from Mary Ewing, and it's a three-pointer. So Bishop Bar takes the lead 3-2 with 5:44 left to go in the first period. Bishop Bar has a 6-4 record, but those losses have come against quality teams: Piscataway, Immaculata, Red Bank Catholic, and Paramus Catholic. So this could be an interesting game. Again, ball movement by East Brunswick. O'Neill with it, takes one dribble. McBride to Kenny. Good zone defense by Bishop Bar. Papanea now just loose for a second, but it doesn't come close to the rim. And we have another tie-up, so East Brunswick will get possession since the arrow is pointed its way. We're going to have our first substitution for East Brunswick. Coming in is Celine Hagan. Again, Reggie Carney emphasized that he wanted to get a taller team in against Bishop Bar, which does not have a lot of height. All right. Substitute, that's Van Cleef, Dawn Van Cleef coming in for Bishop Bar. You may hear Reggie Carney shouting instructions in the background. There's an inbounds play to Oriole. She takes one dribble. Won't go again. Twice she's had shots that just haven't fallen. And the tie-up, and if I remember correctly, Bishop Bar will take possession. All right, Ewing went out of the game with a little bit of a cut, and that's the reason for that substitution for the Trojans. Flanagan brings it up with 5 minutes left to go in the first period. 3-2 is the score. The Trojans are ahead. Good press here by the Bears. Stolen by Oriole. Passes off to McBride. Again in and out. 3 shots have almost gone in. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Oriole. First team foul for the Bears. First of the game, actually. So Bishop Bar will inbounds. So the shots haven't fallen for the Bears. And they could well be ahead by a 10-3 score, but as it is, it's 3-2 Bishop Bar. Good pass underneath. Missed. That was Singleton who had that shot. Looks like Kenny's going to take it all the way. Foul is called on, who is it? They called a foul. Okay, Van Cleef is charged with that. First team foul for Bishop Bar. Inbounds by McBride to O'Neill. Oriole, she's in, and this time it falls. Oriole, after 3 misses, finally gets a shot to fall, and so East Brunswick regains the lead 4-3. Good pressure again by East Brunswick, and that causes the turnover. That's going to be a problem for Bishop Bar all afternoon. McBride. Tipped away, but Kenny recovers, goes to the hoop. Kicks it out to O'Neill. And it's stolen by Bishop Bar. That was Van Cleef. Flanagan again. Way out from three-point range. Somehow Bishop Bar comes up with that. And Bishop Bar will set up again. Now a 2-3 zone by East Brunswick. Van Cleef. Long pass. Johnson to Lanigan. She's inside. She's going to shoot. Won't fall. Long pass down court to McBride. Takes it in herself. And I believe a foul's going to be called on that. They're going to say that Halpin hacked McBride on that shot, so that would be a 2-shot foul for the Bears. Substitutions for East Brunswick coming in. 34 would be Papanea, and Heather Wells will see her first action. Coming in for Bishop Bar, number 33, Nikki Winston. So Kenny misses both, but East Brunswick comes up with the rebound. And we have a traveling call. Celine Hagan traveled on that. Johnson. And Lanigan gets it. She might have a clear court here. Good pass off. And it looks like Winston gets that home, so Bishop Bar is ahead 5-4 now. Real aggressive man-to-man now by the Trojans. East Brunswick will have to watch its passing. Hagan. Kenny looks to get to the middle, but she's stopped. McBride bounced past, but it's kicked. So when Bishop Bar comes out to pressure, East Brunswick looks to back door. More substitutions. Van Cleef in for Bishop Bar. O'Neill back in for East Brunswick. 5-4, Bishop Bar holding on to the 1-point lead. Oriole, soft shot, goes in. And it's 6-5 East Brunswick with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first period here at East Brunswick High School. Winston takes steps before she dribbled. And East Brunswick will inbounds. Again, it looks as though both teams are playing a little bit nervous. Ball actually bounces off Kenny on her own, McBride, but East Brunswick gets the ball back. Heather Wells to McBride. Wells sees O'Neill, who launches a nice soft shot, but it is a two-pointer, not a three-pointer. But East Brunswick now has an 8-5 lead. Stolen, good pressure. Hagan, good pass to McBride. That was a great heads-up play by Celine Hagan, who saw McBride break into the basket. And East Brunswick now takes a 10-5 lead with 1:42 left in the first period. And with a timeout, let's go over and listen to Reggie Carney, East Brunswick coach.
Is up on the ball, okay? This is in black right now, right? Heather, you and Nikki are up, okay? Megan and Gio, you two are back, all right? Okay? All right, now, when we have the press broken, remember for the moment we're in man-to-man, and anything that involves Lanigan, we're switching. Nikki has Lanigan. Everybody else make sure you're matched up with your kids right now, okay? Right, everybody else make sure you're matched up. All right, now, guys, when we get a rebound, listen, get a rebound, don't bring it down. Just hold it up there. You got the height advantage on them, right? No runs by them, right? Come on, defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Okay, a couple of things to note. We set up on top that East Brunswick has the height advantage, and that was Carney's doing by inserting a couple of different players in the starting lineup. So he doesn't look like he wants to run with Bishop Bar. So if they get the rebound, they're just going to go half court. Bishop Bar inbounds. Lanigan gets the pass up court to Halpin. Thought she was fouled. Well, gets a nice rebound. So Halpin gets her first 2 points, and the score is 10-7. O'Neill again, and that's a three-pointer. East Brunswick 13-7, foul called. All right, they're going to catch McBride on that foul. And Bishop Bar will inbounds. 2 team fouls for each team with 1:20 left to go in the first period. 13-7, East Brunswick. Lanigan gets it to Van Cleef, who gets it across court, closely guarded in the corner to Winston. To Lanigan. Halpin, three-point land, and it gets in. Score 13-10. East Brunswick ahead. We're under 1 minute in the first period. And now O'Neill gets a little more attention. They try to get it inside to Oriole, but it's tipped away, so Bishop Bar gets possession. Good pass underneath. Won't go, though. Can't ask for a better pass. Van Cleef to Lanigan. And that is Johnson, who has a clear path to the lane. And so it is 13-12. East Brunswick clinging to a 1-point lead. 19 seconds left to go in the first period. O'Neal thought she was going to go. Well, it's a little bit of a switch here. 10 seconds. Wells, think they're going to catch her on a traveling. And 7 seconds left to go in the first period. East Brunswick 13-12. Lanigan, you know she's going to go. Guarded. Van Cleef. And the shot will not be good. So after 1 period of play, East Brunswick leading Bishop Bar 13-12. And I'd like to welcome the East Brunswick Athletic Director, Frank Noppenberger. Hello, Coach. How you doing?
Oh, fine, Jim. Boy, is this an exciting game or what?
It is. And get me up to speed on what has been happening. I've been out of town for the last couple of weeks. And first, let's look at the girls' team. 10-2 record. And there's been a couple of postponements that had to be made up, this one included.
Well, this was a makeup game, and then next week we got another one coming up at Woodbridge. As you know, the state passed a ruling that you could schedule 4 games in 1 week, so you could make them up. And next week we have Woodbridge. It's a 4-game week for us. But I don't think Reggie's thinking about next week. I think he's worrying about the next 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But the girls have been playing real well. I don't think the score against Piscataway indicated, you know, is an indication of how well we played, and I think it's going to be a different game next time.
Okay. Well, we're going to be conversing with Knopp as we go along here. East Brunswick will inbounds to begin the second period, leading 13-12. This is O'Neal. She has 2 shots. That one won't go, though. And I think Oriel's going to be caught with a foul. Let's see. Knopp, you mentioned the couple of lapses, the one against Piscataway, and of course they had that terrible game against Red Bank Catholic. It's a team up and down.
I don't see it that way. I just see it that we're a team that offensively we're not where we want to be. Defensively, obviously, we're as good as anyone, if not best. We just got to put the ball in the basket much more. I think if we made a couple chippies in the beginning, we'd be up 8-10 points right now. But I think they'll come. I thought we were running our flex offense very well. We were patient, and we were getting good shots. They just didn't fall, but that will come.
Okay, East Brunswick, the beneficiary of that ball that went out of bounds, so they will inbounds here. Papanea is back in. Oriel will take a rest. She has 2 fouls. 13-12, 7 minutes left, 7:20 left to go in the second period. And looks like McBride's going to take it herself. A lot of shots that just will not fall for East Brunswick.
There we go.
Okay. Celine Hagan puts it through.
Reggie's been talking very highly of Celine recently, and I think she's going to be a strictly varsity player in the next few games. She's an athlete. She's physical, as you just saw.
So East Brunswick is up 15-12 now with Hagan's shot. You can see, though, that Bishop Bar is a team that totally relies on Michelle Lanigan.
Well, I agree. I think they all look for her, somewhat like our boys look for Van Leeuwen. And eventually that could come down to hurt you. And it's a team game. And in the big games, eventually, if you're having a bad day, it's going to backfire on you.
Our East Brunswick not wanting to push it up because of the height advantage. Barney said that in the huddle last time. Almost stolen. Kenny, but East Brunswick gets the rebound. McBride.
If you shoot more than them, you're going to make more than them.
Absolutely.
That's a philosophy, you know.
But you got to get the rebound too, which East Brunswick did. Okay. Pass goes off of Halpin's hands, so East Brunswick now gets possession again. Bishop Bar almost came back to take the lead, but now the Bears with a 4-point run. A lot of substitutions here.
Jim, I was just commenting to someone before. Is this a great atmosphere, Saturday afternoon, high school athletics, band, a lot of people in the bleachers, cheerleaders.
It really is.
What
nice rivalry too.
Two good teams, Two well-coached teams.
A lot of thrilling games played between these two teams over the years. McBride fakes it, but she goes up. Now what would he have? Okay, I guess they're going to call Bishop R. Ewing for reaching in. So that's the 4th team foul for Bishop R. No, I'm sorry, it's the 3rd. East Brunswick will inbounds. East Brunswick has the height advantage here, Reg. A team that normally likes to run a lot, but totally happy about just playing half court.
Well, I think Reggie has done enough scouting, enough coaching. He knows for us to beat him, that's what they have to do.
Van Cleef inside, but Papanea, I think, going to be caught with pushing Singleton. Let's see. Yeah. Oriole with 2 fouls will come back in. Both teams like to use their benches.
Well, you have to, especially in the 4th quarter. That fresh legs certainly is, you know, although it's an old saying, it means a lot.
Flanagan has been held scoreless thus far.
That's not going to happen long. That kid Bobby, one of the best, if not the best player in the conference.
Papanea, turnaround. Doesn't go, but look at that rebound. Oriole puts it in. And East Brunswick has a 19-12 lead. Long pass. Didn't have the angle, though. And the rebound, foul. Singleton reaching in.
Did you see that? We had 5 people around that basket. 5 people hustled back on defense.
And that is a trademark, of course, of East Brunswick. Carney freely admits that this team has to play just much like the boys' team, up to its full capability if it has a chance to win.
Absolutely.
So with 4:30 left in this second period, East Brunswick 19-12 over Bishop R. Is this a red division game or is this a red-white?
It's a red division game, Jim, and it has a lot of meaning for the conference tournament that maybe we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you about that. More substitutions. Halpin coming in for Van Cleef, who picks up her 2nd foul. Well, why don't we talk about the GMC tournament, Nop? Give me a little of the particulars as far as the dates, and I guess every team is eligible to get in?
Yes, it's up to the individual school if they want to get in. And we have a preliminary round, which for the girls will start on the 15th. And I think, and I hate to jinx anyone, we may get a bye that first round.
Which means that what kind of seed do you think you're going to get? Well, okay, we have a traveling here by Halpin. You want to venture anything?
No, you promised me no tough questions.
That's not a tough question. I'm asking for your opinion. You don't want to give me an opinion, that's fine.
Anything can happen because we've got to play Bishop R twice.
Okay.
We've got to play South Plainfield, who I believe is undefeated before the seeding.
Right. Oriole somehow finds her way through, and if nothing else, gets the foul in 2 shots. Who do they call on that? Let's see. We have to wait. And it's going to be on Halpin, and then she picks up her 2nd foul. So Bishop R might be getting in a little foul trouble here. 6th team foul. Oriole to the line, shooting 2. First one will not go. And second one, so East Brunswick go for 3 from the, 0 for 4 from the foul line. But they still lead 19-12. Halpin to Lanigan. 3 points, won't go. She's about 0 for 6 right now, Frank.
Yeah, she's just not fluid right now.
O'Neal.
Good roll. Oops.
Well, good hustle. Oop. They're going to call it out on East Brunswick. Papanea, who's a solid player, hustled. How about the boys tournament, Frank?
Okay, we have a timeout
Yeah.
now. Okay, let's finish up with the girls if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
Well, the preliminaries for the girls will be the 15th, and then the first round of the will be the 17th. And I anticipate those games being at home because they're the higher seeded team. Then the second round will be the 19th, and that's on the President's holiday. But because everyone's in school now, we can't play that at Middlesex County College.
Yes.
We're gonna pick 2 high school sites. The semis will be the 21st, and that'll be at Middlesex County College. And the finals, of course, is the 24th, and again, that's at the rack at a 12 o'clock start. We've got an early start at the rack for the boys and the girls because the Rutgers men will be playing Miami the next day, and Miami's got to get some practice time.
Okay. We're quite familiar with the rack. East Brunswick haven't been there, I think, the last 4 years.
I believe so, last 4 years.
Still looking to come away victorious. Actually, they played Bishop Bar 2 years ago at the rack for the GMC finals. So a little bit of a sense of frustration from Reggie Carney. I know he doesn't like to dwell on the subject too much, but I'll tell you what, my opinion, just for East Brunswick to get to the finals is going to be quite an accomplishment because there's plenty of good teams out there. But we will see.
Yeah, we got to play hard. We got to play hard.
All right, the official is talking to the clock. Okay.
The ruling is you get 2 horns on a timeout. The first one means players got to get onto the floor, and that's at 45 seconds. And then at a minute is the next horn.
I see.
Well, and after that second horn, they can put the ball down and start play.
Halpin tries from the corner, but it won't go. But Bishop Bar gets the rebound. That's Lanigan. She sees Halpin again. Another one, but she wasn't set there.
Boy, do we box out well or what?
Yeah.
We do a great job boxing out.
Unfortunately, the ball went off Wells, so Bishop Bar will retain possession. Winston gets the foul, and I think they're going to catch Papinet on that one. So Winston will go to the line.
So, Jim, to go back to the girls, if we may, I think the top teams, not necessarily in this order, of course, will be Piscataway, East Brunswick, Bishop Bar, South River, and South Plainfield. Now, South Brunswick is having a good year, too, but I have not seen them, and I don't know if they're in that.
Monroe is 9-2 at this point, by the way.
Right,
coached by Dave Cosa.
Right. So, you know, there's like 7 schools, and because there's not a lot of white and red competition, it's hard to judge.
And I'll tell you what, we've had, I think, 8 foul shots thus far, and nobody has sank one. It's 19-12 East Brunswick with 3 minutes left to go in the second period. Wells open for a shot, but she overshoots everything. Kenny comes up with it to Wells at the top of the key.
See the way the girls are, I mean, they're a young team, we are, but we're poised. We brought the ball out, we reset it to run the offense.
Oriel takes a step, but ball won't go there, but there's Wells.
Got to shoot the
Again,
ball.
more rebounds. Look at that dive. Oriel dove for the ball, but just didn't come up with it. Charged with the foul. I believe that is going to be her 3rd foul. So that could be a little bit of a problem for East Brunswick. Oriel, I think she leads the team in scoring with 6 points.
Reggie may sit her out for the remaining quarter. There's only 2 left, and there's enough people out there that can pick up that slack.
Right.
Especially the way Celine's been playing.
Wells comes out to meet Langan.
Defense.
Defense,
Balls and turnovers.
Well, Lanigan tried to connect there underneath, but Winston wasn't looking for it, I believe. So there hasn't been a lot of scoring thus far. It's 19-12 East Brunswick with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the second period.
Well, that's interesting. That's a nice pass, Meg. And 1.
Good passing. Hagan momentarily was open, but forced, I believe, Winston to foul. And so we will see if East Brunswick can notch its first foul shots of the afternoon. Winston, first foul.
It was nice the way, I think that was the first time they showed us that run trap, and our girls reacted very well. And that's a result of Reggie scouting and preparing the kids.
Hagan sinks the first. I assume this is Dave Hagan's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. David Hagan, the former captain of the football team last year.
Right, he's playing up in Jersey City State, I believe, or William Patterson.
Okay.
William Patterson.
Halpin looks to push it inside to Johnson. Won't go. There's East Brunswick with that rebound, as they have been for the most of the afternoon. And again, they slow it up. They look to set it inside. Wells. Hagan. Nice dribble. And there you go. That was a great move.
Playing a great game.
She is. She's got 5 points, 2 baskets, and a foul shot. And East Brunswick now extends its lead to 22-12. That's the largest it's been. Minute and a half left.
A stop here would be nice.
And they do. Lanigan held scoreless, Frank.
Well, it won't be for long.
Long pass to O'Neal. She's inside, tries to muscle herself inside. Pass wouldn't go. Good defense there by McBride, stops it. Excuse me, Kenny. Winston. And finally they get a basket off the fast break. And it's 22-14 East Brunswick. Under a minute to play in the second period. A drive to Hagan, who wasn't quite ready for it.
I thought Reggie wanted one shot, and especially when they have Bishop Barr has the next possession. I thought he was gonna. I thought he wanted the kids to hold it for one.
All right, you sense that East Brunswick had an opportunity to crack it open there, or at least extend its lead, but Bishop are able to come back, score that bucket. Now they have a chance to narrow the lead to 6 points. And will they hold for one here?
No, although they have next possession, I wouldn't, because I think they feel a little momentum.
Shot from the corner goes. That was Singleton, and the lead now is 22-16. Bishop Barr not going to go away.
Reggie definitely called for one shot this time.
Wells. This is Jill Kenny. And not too much movement by East Brunswick
Well,
here.
that's okay with the new rule, the closely guarded. Well, it's not ruled. You have that.
Under 10 seconds, goes with the right hand. And who has possession here? Nobody's going to score now. And that's going to do it at the end of the first half. East Brunswick 22-16. Frank, what's your observation of the way East Brunswick's been playing thus far?
Well, I think we're doing everything we want to do. I think we're dictating the tempo of the game. I think we're hitting the boards defensively. I know that was a concern of Reggie. We're just not missing we're just missing the easy buckets. But that'll come, especially shooting at this half. We play much better in the second half, especially at that basket.
Okay, Frank, if you would, if you'd like to join us for the third quarter, I'd like to have you stick around.
Well,
no commitment.
Well, when can we give the plug on those other
That's
sports?
what we'll do. We'll use that time. So we're going to take a break here at the end of the first half. East Brunswick leading 22-16. We will be back with the beginning action of the second half in just a moment. Okay, welcome back to East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where the Bears hold on to a 22-16 lead. We're just about ready to begin the second half. East Brunswick with some good scoring. Nikki McBride with 6, Gio Oriole with 6, and then Celine Hagan and Megan O'Neal both with 5 to account for East Brunswick scoring. So the Trojans, this is Michelle Lanigan, held scoreless for the first half, and another steal by East Brunswick. Oriole wants to take it inside. Good pass off to Papanea.
You know, Jim, basketball, like most sports, that first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half, most important. And I think if we can continue this or lead or expand it, I think we're going to walk away here smiling.
All right, Halpin was charged with that foul, and she now picks up her third, so that's something to watch. Papanea.
Is that our first foul shot of the day made or what?
Yes, it is. That is the first foul shot for East Brunswick, period. And she sinks both.
Told you we shoot better at that basket.
23-16 East Brunswick. Halpin wants to go to the basket, but a good defensive play by Oriole. And the Bears another nice recovery. Now they're running a little bit, Frank.
Well, if they got the run, they'll take it.
I mean, McBride from way out, off the rim.
Oh, got away with that one.
Foul, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it was just a little foul.
Yeah. Kenny wants to set up. Good height advantage for East Brunswick now. Oriole, closely guarded. She takes that bounce pass and doesn't go. However, she gets her own rebound, and we have a jump ball, East Brunswick possession arrow. You're just joining us, East Brunswick with a halftime lead and extends it now to 24-16 in the third period. Oriole drives. Good right-hand shot.
Boy, she's having a nice game, isn't she?
Yeah, she sure is. She has 8 points.
She's only a junior, too. Look at this.
Good pressure. And in 26-16, East Brunswick lead could get up a little further. Yeah. Frank, if time permits, I'd like you to talk a little bit about some of the other things that are happening at East Brunswick High School athletics.
We're having a great winter, just like the fall, and you just give me the nod when we can.
Well, go ahead. We're got a little bit of a lapse here. East Brunswick, O'Neill was driving.
Okay, tomorrow is the believe it or not,
tomorrow being Sunday.
Sunday,
okay.
We're having the GMC championships in track. The outdoor season's been almost non-existent because of the weather, but we're going down to Petty tomorrow, and I think our girls are going to do real well, and the boys could be a dark horse.
Nice, great shot by Nikki McBride. Gets a foul on it as well.
What do you think? He thinking timeout now? Kevin?
Not necessarily. I don't think it's the appropriate time. And guess who picks up her fourth foul?
Halpern.
You bet. Halpin, daughter of Chris Halpin, former St. Joseph of Metuchen basketball coach.
Oh, this is new.
So it's 29-16.
Look at this. He changed up. She jumped.
All of traveling. All right, I have McBride with 10 points now. And East Brunswick leads 29-16 with 6:28 left to go in the third quarter. This is the biggest lead. Good hustle. They try to lead in.
I mentioned earlier, Jim, about what a great winter we're having. And
yes.
At the next opportunity, I want to talk about our bowling teams.
I understand we have a rather nice player for the Bears. A couple of nice players.
We have a couple. The boys, very much a team.
Movement, maybe a little bit too much movement. Van Cleef thought she walked. Lanigan opened for just the first time this afternoon. She finally sinks one. That is her first 2 points of the afternoon. And Bishop Bar wants to get into this game. She's going to have to get hot. 29-18 is the score. Ball bounces off Oriole.
So on the February 4th, we're going to have the boys individual, the boys championships and girls championships in bowling, and I think the boys are going to be the favorite to
Carrier Lanes?
At Carrier Lanes.
Okay.
Incidentally, our boys are undefeated in the top of the red division.
Okay. Isn't South Brunswick up there too? Stolen by O'Neill. She's going to take it herself. And she muscles her way in for that one.
Timeout.
And now we have a timeout. So with 5:30 left to go in the third period, East Brunswick 31-18. And let's listen in on Reggie Carney.
We're playing Michelle Lanigan right now. So you want to sag into the middle to take somebody else and leave Michelle Lanigan wide open? Are you crazy? Just answer me. Are you crazy, yes or no? Okay, you're crazy. Okay, fine. Now,
I think
don't be sagging. You got to shade or Nikki's got to shade. Now, if Michelle moves down to a weak side wing, the bottom girls have got to shade out. Don't let Michelle have any looks. She's probably got 2 points for the night. Keep her there. Don't let her have a look. Let's go.
Basically what he's saying is let the other kids beat you. He doesn't think that the other kids can beat him. That's why he's saying shade her or deny the ball wherever she is. It's kind of like a matchup zone or a boxing one type thing. If she's in your area, you got to play her almost person to person.
Well, I think he's having a special enjoyment out of shutting down Lanigan too, and I think he wants to keep it up. She has damaged East Brunswick in the past. Stolen by Papanea, won't go, but she follows up with a rebound. And East Brunswick now 33-18. They might be running away with it here.
No, not yet, Jim. Don't jump the gun. Please.
That's a former coach talking right there, folks. All right, foul is on Jill Kenny. That's the first for her. First team foul for East Brunswick. Flanagan by herself, good pass off. They are really denying her the shot, though, I have to tell you. Almost saved, nope.
Okay, and then also on that bowling, our girls are just a little bit above 500, but playing extremely well. I think they got a shot at the GMC championship. So if the bowling fans, remember, February 4th for the team championship and the individual championships, and Walter Hastings, the boys, is the favorite to win that, and that's the 31st of this month at Carolier.
Well, let's see. That was quite a foul there. I don't know who they're going to call on it. Now they're going to get Ewing. That's her second foul. I kind of thought she had position, Frank, but...
It's a tough call. That
Yeah.
could go either way, but he has to make a call. You can't let that contact go without making a call.
33-18, East Brunswick ahead of Bishop Bar with 4:45 left in the third quarter. Bishop Bar already with 4 team fouls. Something to watch. Kenny will set up to McBride. Papanea, nice look inside. Boy, that's textbook right there. And O'Neill with 9 points on the afternoon, and East Brunswick up 35-18. Frank, tell me when you feel comfortable with this lead.
I'll tell you right before the buzzer.
Okay. Bishop Bar really can't find Lanigan. Seems to be lost out there. Nice shot. She wasn't lost that time, but she really had to work hard for that bucket.
You see, I don't know if Kevin Harper wants this, but he's got Michelle bringing the ball up. So if she's bringing the ball up, she doesn't have the opportunity to get the ball in the position to shoot or score.
Don't know who that foul was on. Flanagan sinks it, so the three-point play makes it 35-21, I believe. They have it 36-20, but I think that score is wrong. It's 35-21.
No, it's 35-21 is the score. We just
All
had
right.
a 3-point play. It's 35-21. Thank you.
Okay, Papanea is at the line. She makes the shot. And that one will not go, so the score is 36-21. The scoreboard reads 37-21, but we're off by 1.
He's going to move it on the next score. It's not as easy as it looks keeping score.
Oh, I know that.
Because the game
I'm trying to do the same thing right now. Bounce pass inside, it's almost stolen. Okay, now we're back to where we should be. Meanwhile, I've lost track of some of the fouls that just occurred before, so we may be off a little bit. In terms of team fouls, it's Bishop Bar now has 6, so the next team foul will be a 1-on-1 for East Brunswick. East Brunswick has just 2. In the corner, that's Winston. This zone is really causing problems, though, for Bishop Bar.
Well, they're doing a good job matching up, and they're denying Michelle the ball.
Which is what they wanted to do. Pass inside could almost be a 3-second, but stolen. Heather Wells. McBride looks inside to Oriole. Boy, are they playing clever.
Timeout. Got to get a timeout. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. 38-21 is the score. East Brunswick. And there's been some breakdowns on defense, Frank, on the part of Bishop Bar, but that can be a source of frustration from on the offensive side. Wouldn't you agree?
I think what's happening is that they're wondering, they're questioning themselves. They're questioning themselves offensively and defensively, and they're not reacting well on the pass down there. Once we make the pass, that's when they move. They're not anticipating it, because that's twice we scored off of a high-low pass right off the backboard. They're just not, and that's not hustling like the Bishop R teams have passed, but it's not over. I'm telling you, it's not over.
Put yourself in the shoes of Kevin Harper, the Bishop R coach. What do you tell your team?
You call timeout, I'd change the tempo. I'd go with a full court man-to-man press. I would do something to get a spark, or set up a couple individual plays for Michelle, a couple three-point shots, okay? Because you know what, a three-point shot will get everyone excited.
All righty, East Brunswick making use of that huddle during this timeout. The score 38-21, a 17-point lead for the Bears. And as you heard the athletic director for East Brunswick, Frank Noppenberger, say it's not over. But I think it's getting close to it. Anyway, Michelle Lanigan is definitely going to have to take charge here.
But you see, she's got the ball, and she's got to receive the ball when she can shoot it.
Block out there. So they finally come through with an inside play. That was Johnson, just her second bucket. 38-23, East Brunswick. Kenny by herself, and East Brunswick gets the rebound. Do they want to push it, Frank?
Well, Kenny, Jill saw a lane, and she took it right to the hole, and you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Taking it to the hole, getting yourself in a two-shot foul or a one-on-one situation.
All right, East Brunswick a little bit more deliberate with this ball movement. And a ball, nice roll by McBride.
Told you, that's
makes it 40-23. And she's got 12 points to lead the team in scoring. Pass up to Singleton. I think she walked. Took that extra shuttle step. And a good opportunity for the Trojans. Goes Ari.
Speaking of opportunities, the Bear wrestling team is going to have an opportunity on February 2 and 3 at Piscataway to make some noise in the GMC.
It hasn't been the best season for Lev Pazinko's team.
Hey, I'm not making excuses that we lost, but we're playing the best teams in the state. High Point, South Plainfield. We don't duck anyone. As a matter of fact, we're scheduling next year, and we picked up Union already. So we're looking to wrestle the best. As you know, that's been our philosophy. To be the best, you got to play the best.
That was a good inside look to Wells, but an arm got in there and ball bounced off her foot. So the Trojans will get the ball back. Kenny will take a rest. Minute 39 left to go in the third period. It's 40-23 in favor of East Brunswick. There's Johnson down court, but stolen by Megan O'Neill, and we have a jump ball. But East Brunswick will retain possession.
Okay, the other team I'd like to mention, Jimmy, is our swimming teams. Our boys swimming team, for the first time in a long, long time, they're still undefeated. They're rated number 9 in the state, and they could be a favorite to win the GMCs. They, just recently, they knocked off North Brunswick, which was a real big win for us. And the girls just missed winning. They got DQ'd on an event, and if they didn't DQ, they would have won. So
they got what now?
Disqualified.
Oh, okay.
All these little technical things with swimming, what you can do and not do.
I see.
And the referee disqualified a kid because they didn't step up to the starting block fast enough.
Okay.
Or slow enough.
So McBride's shot bounces off the rim, so Bishop Bar looks inside, but it goes off of Johnson, and Megan O'Neill will take it slow. I
think you're right, Jim. I think frustration is setting in for Bishop R. They're standing around and they're watching.
Look at that. Look at that steal.
Well, we got the momentum, and we're going for the jugular, I guess.
That's the way to describe it. O'Neill with the ball, just a freshman, playing outstanding basketball.
Well, that's the O'Neill's a great basketball family. The father's very much involved in the same parts. And the boys both played for Bo and
Backdoor.
Keith Lane.
But good defensive play by Lanigan. Pushes it up to Van Cleef. Inside, but as she has been all afternoon, Nikki McBride doing a good job defensively. 2 substitutions here. Papanea and Jill Kenny will come in. McBride and Oreo will sit on the bench for their final 13 seconds of the third period. One more opportunity for Bishop Bar to see if they can do to close this margin. That's Lanigan, and it won't fall. She had the shot. Oh, almost goes in. So after the end of 3 quarters of play, East Brunswick with a 40-23 lead. And let's listen in and see what we can get out of Reggie Carney.
Good job.
Stay out, don't let it get on the outside.
And now, objective A, hold them under 10 points for the quarter. Play defense. Don't look at scoreboard, make believe the game's tied. Move your feet, there's no need to foul. B, if somebody is in your face with the basketball, pivot protection. No matter what we're running, if we go to the second, third, or fourth pass, somebody is going to be wide open because they've got to cheat. If they're in a zone, run bare from the wing to the middle, reverse it to the opposite block for a layup. If we're in man-to-man, just keep running things through. All right, come on. Let's go. Back doors are going to be open. Defense.
That was interesting, Jim, that he gave him a goal for the fourth quarter. He said, hold them to 10 points. You know, because what he's telling them, in essence, he thinks it may be over, but he doesn't want them to relax. So he gave them a new goal, hold them to 10 points, and now they're going to start thinking defensively. If we get the score, hold them to 10 points.
Interesting. Well, it is an uphill climb, certainly for Bishop Bar, as they try to overcome a 17-point deficit. That's going to be tough. East Brunswick 40-23. Van Cleef just sort of lofts a shot up there. Don't know what kind of purpose there was to it other than the score.
Speaking of swimming, the championships, I never got to plug that, Jim. That's going to be February 9th and 10th at North Brunswick High School. We certainly would like all those swimming fans to come out and see the boys and the girls.
Okay.
And our next home meet, and we swim at Middlesex County College, is against Pingree, and that should be an exciting one, and that's on the 30th.
Okay, good defensive play by East Brunswick. They get the ball back. Kenny kicks it into the corner to Oriole. Whoops, but she traveled. Okay.
See, Reggie's telling her to shoot the ball. That's what I was saying before. If you shoot more than the opponent, you're going to win.
Frank, any openings as far as coaching positions?
Well, as you know, the lacrosse, we're still interviewing and searching for the new lacrosse team. We're going to have a boys team, but that doesn't mean it's restricted to just men. Of course, females can come out for that. And we're, like I just said, we're interviewing and looking for any candidate for that. I personally think we'll be pretty good. We have a 12-game schedule set already, and it's going to be exciting.
All right, off that jump ball, East Brunswick will get possession. And look at this. Okay, they break the press, nice. Kenny bounce pass though.
Oh, Reggie didn't like that.
No, it wasn't necessary. It really wasn't. It wasn't there. Lanigan looks for Van Cleef down court.
Right, I don't think you want to make the difficult pass now. There's no need to make the difficult pass.
Winston from the corner, and then she hits. So the score is now 40-25, but time is starting to become a factor. You got 6.5 minutes left to go in this game. East Brunswick with the 40-25 lead. Pressure by Bishop Bar, so that means the back door will be open. Well, they got to come out and meet him.
He runs that flex offense, which is a somewhat of a passing game, and you can get elbow jumpers or people sliding across the middle.
Johnson with that foul. It's her first.
And as Reggie said, they're going to have to start cheating because they're going to have to double the ball, make pressure, make things happen.
Well, they called Winston on that foul. I'm not quite sure why, but O'Neal misses the first. And she finally makes one. So it's 41-25, East Brunswick. Pressure. Long pass to Winston. Tried to get that shot up, but it wouldn't go. And East Brunswick now. Whoa! No foul, huh? Okay.
Goodness gracious.
All righty. East Brunswick still has possession, though.
Boy, is she tough or what, Jill Kenny? Sweetest little girl in the world, but she's tough as nails.
Hey, how about that? She was backed into after making that shot, and that's only her first 2 points of the game still. All right, the teams trade baskets, so it's 43-27. Pressure, Oriole to Kenny. that ball movement from East Brunswick.
Good backdoor.
Wow, great pass by Megan O'Neill. So Kenny puts it in. Foul by McBride. Maybe a little too much aggressiveness on defense.
Well, I don't think when you get him in that corner like that, Jim, you don't need to reach because there's only a couple places they can throw the ball because you got the sideline and the backcourt on your side. And I think what frustrated Reggie there is we tried to steal the ball out of her hands rather than the pass.
Ewing gives it to Halpin in the corner. This is Johnson. Gets the open shot and falls, finally. This is going to be a little too late. Papanea with the open shot won't go. And a sense of urgency now by the Trojans. But you got Lanigan dribbling the ball, and that's what you want.
And they got us fouling, and we don't want to foul.
Still, it's 45-29 here. East Brunswick with a rather comfortable 16-point lead. 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go.
Yeah, Reggie looks real comfortable over there. Look at him.
Rather pensive look on his face. You'd never know East Brunswick had this lead. But Trojans got to shoot. This is Halpin. She thought she was going to let it go from three-point land. A lot of time being knocked off the clock. Lanigan short on that one. And East Brunswick should be deliberate.
Boy, has Jill played a great game at the point or what?
She has. She has been in control. They're going to have to foul her. They're going to have to foul her. Oriole from way outside. She is not going to shoot it.
We don't need to shoot the ball.
Great ball movement, and the clock is clicking down. We're under 4 minutes now.
I think we're on 30 seconds already on this possession,
Right.
Jim.
And Bishop Bar not wanting to foul here for some reason. Finally, McBride, and that's the icing on the cake. Boy, Nikki McBride with 14 points, 7 field goals, and why the foul?
It was just a little foul. Jill didn't mean it.
She didn't mean it? All right. And that's the 15th foul for East Brunswick, so they have a couple to give. Still, the score is 47-29, 18-point margin for the Bears. Playing it really, so far, just carving out a masterpiece of a game here.
Yeah, he changed his defense one more time, or he's disguising it.
Look at that, great steal. And they're going to go through a motion offense here, try to take some more time off the clock. Got a foul. And so that is what Mary Ewing does to Jill Kenny, who you have observed, Frank, has been playing an outstanding game at guard.
Well, I thought she controlled the tempo of the game. She pushed it when she had to. She brought it out and set it up. And I don't think we ever let Bishop Bar get into their rhythm of the game. And I know I'm using all these cliches, but Michelle never got into the offense. I think everything she did was off the dribble.
Papanea looking O'Neill, who has also played an outstanding game.
It may be over.
Stolen by Halpin. Excuse me, that's Mary Ewing. Takes it in. And what do we got? Ball is off Mary Ewing. Boy, I'll tell you what, this team just plays magnificent defense.
It may be over.
Oh, you're going to concede that finally?
Well,
okay. And he says it may be over. All right, East Brunswick still looking to get it in, and it falls off of Wells' hands, so it's a turnover.
You know why we're good? You know why we're good in girls basketball? Reggie just called the timeout. You know why? He's not happy with that.
Well,
he's not going to stop coaching. The game may be over, but he's not going to stop coaching.
Okay, well, we're going to find out exactly what he has to say.
But over there, all right? So again, if Gio's here, screen, go. Back screen, go. Corner, Nikki, wide open in the middle of the floor. All right, then you're there. Who's the back screener right now? Okay, all right, you're gonna, your point, okay? All right, let's go.
See,
All
bud.
right, come on. On defense, keep moving your feet. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense, come on.
I think he's looking to go deep a couple times. I wasn't sure on the diagram, but I think he's looking to throw the touchdown pass on the out of bounds if they score. And there's nothing worse than, you know, a long touchdown pass for an easy layup to break the back of a team who's pressing.
Alrighty, 2:43 left to go in this game. 47-29, East Brunswick with a very comfortable margin here. Obviously, Bishop Parr has to do something real quick. And I'm sure that Kevin Harper directed Michelle to somehow get open, and but they are guarding her closely. Van Cleef on the right side tries to push it in. That's Mary Halpin, and she is fouled. I believe they caught either Oriole or Celine Hagan, and that's who it is. So Hagan picks up just, I think, her first foul. And that will bring Halpin to the line, stops the clock. And it rolls out.
Boy, nobody shot well at that end today, right?
Both teams. You might have to check that basket out, Frank.
Yeah,
Okay.
I moved it a little bit. It's 10 feet 2 inches.
All right, I don't know what they said here, but anyway, East Brunswick gets possession of the ball. And they will try to inbounds, obviously pressured by the Trojans. McBride. Kenny's out of the game, by the way. Good look to Wells in the corner.
Well, Reggie wasn't real happy, I think, with the way we broke the press. Although we broke it with very little dribble, which you want to do, it seemed like there was a lot of soft passes.
So Kenny is inserted back. And Bishop Parr will have another go at it. This is Lanigan with the ball. It's been held to, I believe, 5 points, which is way under her average. Halpin launches a shot that doesn't go. O'Neal. And gets it into the hands of Jill Kenny.
Jim, if it'd be all right with you and your crew here, if I could sign off here, I want to just take care of a couple things.
Well, you have been more than gracious with your time, Frank, and I thank you very much for joining us. So you have a pleasant afternoon, okay?
Thanks, Jim.
Okay. All right, so we have a foul. Jill Kenny will go to the line. The foul is on Ewing, who picks up her fourth. And Kenny makes the shot. Score 48-29 with just 1:32 left to go in the game. And you see Gio Oriole and Mickey McBride leaving the game to the applause of the nice East Brunswick crowd here this afternoon. We didn't mention that. This gym is pretty well filled up. Possession arrow on that tie-up goes to Bishop Parr. Some more substitutions now for East Brunswick. We see Stephanie Little coming in for the Bears, as well as Carol Lee, who is, by the way, a transfer from Bishop Parr last year. Long shot, finally falls. That's Ewing. That was a three-pointer, and her second three-pointer of the game. And it's 48-32, East Brunswick. Little gives the ball to Stacy Baylog, who is also in the game now for the Bears. This is Carol Lee. Under a minute to play. It's the bounce pass to number 40. Number 40 is Jamila Moore, who is in. Now a lot of substitutions. You see the starters going out for for Bishop Bar. A concession, except for Michelle Lanigan, who now has the ball. Ball movement by the Trojans. Lanigan looking for an opening. Can't find it. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking down to 30 seconds. Finally gets a shot off and it rolls in. These are garbage points. Lanigan with 7. 48-34 East Brunswick. Baylog from outside. Might have been tipped. Don't know. We'll see. Nope, it wasn't. And Lanigan will finally leave the game. To a round of applause, but I don't think she's been happy with her performance this afternoon. Held to just 7 points, and that has probably, more than anything else, been the reason why East Brunswick has had a pretty comfortable afternoon. They started out early, a little tight, and then opened it up in the second period, and that's been it. So that's going to be it. That's the end of the game. This final score, East Brunswick winning 48-34, and this really puts them in the driver's seat as far as garnering a second seed against Bishop Bar in the upcoming Greater Middlesex Conference Tournament. You heard Frank Noppenberger, the East Brunswick Athletic Director, talk about that. Now they're going to have to go over to Bishop Bar and play them, I believe, on, well, let's see. That game, we don't know when that game is going to be made up, and then they have another one against South Plainfield. So that's going to do it here this afternoon from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. The Bears winning 48-34. And let's see, their next action should be against Old Bridge on January 30th. So that'll do it. This is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for joining us.